Sir Ulfius, by order of King Uther. What took you so long? I've been ready for hours.
And we're live. Right, that was an awkward transition because Chrome and YouTube
Still hear the video.
Really mean. Yeah, it'll be over. Remember, you're always behind on the video. So, yeah, welcome to another episode of Salisbury Anarchy. Minus music. So I forgot to turn some on in the transition. Right, let's do something like that. That should work. Let's go ahead and get some introductions done, guys, and we can play the game that we're all here to play. We'll start with Thomas.
Hello, my name is Thomas, and I will be playing Sir Edrich of Winterbourne, Stoke, and Marshal of Salisbury. I will also possibly be playing the Dark Mirror of Sir Edrich of Winterbourne, Stoke, and Marshal of Salisbury.
Sir Evilric. Yeah.
Sir Evilric.
Yeah. All right. Mark.
Hello, my name is Mark, aka The Cat's Meow, and I will be playing the one and only Sir Florence of Idmiston and the Barony of Axe. And yeah, he's here to maybe help deal with Evilric. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah. Yeah. And we'll go to Liam next.
Hi everybody, I'm Liam. I'll be playing either Sir Perin of Durnford / the Black Dog, or I will be playing Sir Virgil of Durnford, perhaps both. We'll see.
I feel like this is just an element of playing Pendragon after a while. It's like, I'm either going to be playing this or one of these other 12 side characters that we've, utilized over the course of the game. We'll find out.
Who knows? Yeah.
I've got the easiest time because everyone keeps dying.
Now, we had finished up the feast proper, right? Like, we were done with it.
Yes,
we had.
Yeah.
And we did a little bit after. I remember those details. Okay. What's up?
Oh, I was just going to say that Edrich informed, or the fake Edrich informed Florence that some Irishmen were looking at him the wrong way at the behest of one of the Praetor's men, and then he informed Edrich that that Lady Morgan was noticing a dark shadow about him.
Indeed.
The
All right.
vibe is atrocious today.
I thought I would show you guys this just because sometimes, there's a lot of NPCs in this game, a lot of figures. So I thought I would show you kind of a tiered list of some of the key characters that we have. Top left corner, if you can't see it. So we have the rightful heirs of Britain, according to Bled. We have those of Wessex and Nanteleod, son of Modron, son of Vortimer. Then we have great kings. So these are kings that hold land, or in the case of Idris, his son Mark, these are kings that hold considerable power, an actual kingdom under their belts. So right now that is just basically Lot and Idris that hold any power that way. Major claimants are those that Logres would back in if they were to try and claim that. That's Ulfius and Corneus. Strong warlords. These folks are relegated mostly by the fact that most wouldn't see them as a rightful heir to anything, but they pack a considerable punch. So that is most of the Saxon kings of Kent, of Essex, of Sussex, the newly arrived Angles, and of course those of Malahut. We have the warlords. These are other people that hold power. We've got the rival heirs of the late Eldol, the Bear, that are still having a pissing match in what used to be the Duchy of Glevum. We have King Leo de Grants, who does hold his own petty kingdom. We have King Edrich, who has recently been conquered by Nanteleod. He's the Irish holder, son of the... He was the one that, if you remember, was under threat of being blamed for his father's death.
Yeah, I like that guy. I put him in power. He really shouldn't have fumbled that.
We have, of course, King Cadwy, who is largely absent from anything political, and other than keeping his own borders, really isn't said to do much. We have Lot's men, Nentris and Urian, who you've both had the chance of meeting. We have Helenor's brother, Lamorak, who's currently acting as effectively steward of Norgales, as they war with the three Cadlus over the north of Wales, or Gales as we call it. We have Port, who you guys have recently encountered through some of the side stuff. Slid into Wessex and stole a town.
As they do.
Yeah. We have this guy, who is Pellis, of a strange kingdom covered in woodland called Lestinis. Really not well known at this point. We have the King of No Land, Pellinor, who is really famous as a knight, even though he's an absent king. We have Brassius.
That kind of thing gets tongues wagging.
Yeah. We have Brassius, who you all know and most of you hate. We have Meliador, who some of you've engaged with. He's the famous king of a small kingdom in Cornwall called Lioness, and he's recently welcomed in the birth of his son Tristan.
Wasn't tough.
Congratulations to him. I hope I don't have to kill him at some point.
We have a knight who comes from Savage, who they just call the Gallant Knight. And then we have, of course, two of our allies, and one that's kind of split right now in glory because he's a black dog currently, but would be very close to famous at this point. But this is kind of these are the big names right now. You guys are the big names right now. It's not to say there's no one else kicking around, but if they are, they haven't reared their head in the political landscape. And this is the tier list. This is what it looks like in Britain right now. This is the big cheeses and who's gonna squabble over the land.
The big cheese.
All right. So with that in mind, now I need to switch back to tokens, and we're gonna dive in. Oh, that was awesome. I think I did all that without transitioning properly. Oh well.
I saw it. It worked for me.
Doesn't matter. I said names. Close enough. I would have just pointed at a tier list. Okay,
All
so
right,
let's...
number one, we've got the cool guys in Salisbury. Number two, go ahead.
I'll post it for others later. No, you're all good. 1 sec. All right, so let's dive in where we left off, which I don't really remember where the best place we want to go from here is, because we found out some shit with Edrich, but not really because it was all off screen. So only Edrich and Evil Drick really know the scenario right now. We have Florence, we have Percy, who got to meet with Lot in a really strange clandestine type meeting. And maybe while we're still up in the north, we're still just dealing with Lady Morgan's wedding. What do we want to go with from here? Any thought, guys?
So was it the wedding feast proper that we were at?
Yes. Yeah, that was like the wedding feast proper. So.
Well, there was a scene Florence wanted to have with Edrich, and probably also with Virgil.
Yeah,
I mean,
you
Perin,
had a bombshell
Virgil's not
dropped on
here.
you as well.
Virgil or Perin?
Perin. Virgil's not here.
Perin.
Yeah,
I was
Percy.
wondering about that.
Virgil all the way from Salisbury.
I don't
Hey,
think
we all
Florence
know you're
ever wants to
covered.
talk to Virgil, to be fair.
That's true.
Yeah.
There's one benefit to being embroiled in the civil war in Cornwall and becoming the slave to a foreign king, and it's that I don't have to talk to Virgil.
That's fair.
I like Virgil.
Oh no, my
I like
chapstick
Virgil.
my chapstick did that thing where it's like out 3/4 of the way. I hate when it does that. All right.
no.
Mhm.
Yep. Tough times. Maybe we'll start
Oh,
with
struggle.
the next day then. I'll let you guys
do it.
I'll let you guys take the lead on these next steps because we went through all the formalities last time, and now there's some stuff on the wall. There was the weird beckoning of Florence to the land around Buricum.
Mhm.
There was Edric's strange encounter with Morgan, which may lead to something. We'll find out. Certainly isn't going to be rushed. And then there's Percy's encounter with Lot. So we'll see if any of you want to sync up with each other. If you say no, we'll just simply choose how and when you plan to exit. You are given knowledge that the Queen and the larger retinue that came with her is going to stay behind probably all the way until the fall. You're welcome to stay with them, but they're gonna stay and treat with their family basically.
Yeah.
I think-
Evildrick. Oh, sorry, you go.
Sorry. I think in general, once Perin has made the couple of allies that he's made, I think he's gonna dip pretty early. The longer he stays in one place, the more likely it is that he meets someone that would recognize him, and that's not good. So, whatever the soonest he could leave while still having the scenes that he have is, I think that's when he'd go.
Okay.
Would he come to a meeting if Florence called him there? Or would he jack that before that?
Depends on how long. If it's if it's more than a month after the wedding,
It's probably not more
then-
than a month. It's probably less than a month.
Then yes, he'll for sure come.
I'll say Evildrick doesn't know that anybody knows except the Lady Morgan suspecting something, and he's confident he can gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss his way around that. But he does have a number of things that he wants to unravel while here. So he will stay for a little while longer. And indeed, he does want to talk to Florence about the potential assassination plot against Florence specifically.
Yeah. Florence would call them all together and go, "My friends, I have news. It seems there is a woman who is claiming that they have a relation to me." As he takes out the letter.
I see. I imagine not the first woman to have suggested such. Is this, blackmail or?
No, it's far more complicated than that. See, this lady, she claims that she is my mother.
Oh. Ooh.
You guys don't even have to
No.
test intrigue to know that Morganor was a bit of a whore of a knight.
Yeah.
Everyone knows. It was well known.
I will say that if anyone is to be the authority on whose child it is the mother. However, you knew your mother growing up, did you not?
Yes, I did.
Who would be
And she
next?
said naught of it.
I would assume she would have. Considering
Assume-
my other two brothers.
Assuming that there's any validity to this, who would be next in line for your family? Rhodri?
There's no validity to this. It's so bizarre, there's no different point. Even considering it.
Of course. But also, in a worst case scenario, and assuming that someone does try to make a big deal about this, who would they likely go to?
I mean, if there was one in such a bizarre case as this, I suppose it would be Rhodri.
I do see what Perin is intimating. This could be a way to discredit you further in the eyes of Salisbury, probably specifically, since the lands awarded to you in the Axe carry no weight based on your bloodline, rather, since you earned
Yes,
that
but I
on your
don't-
own merit.
I spend barely any time in Salisbury, so it would be quite a
Near
waste of
pointless.
effort, I would imagine.
Unless,
Not
of course,
necessarily.
Only
there
real concern
is.
I
Oh, sorry.
have. The only real concern I have is that these are in the lands of Malahart, who are not strictly allies.
Yes,
of
I was
us.
going to suggest that it could be an ambush of some description. We've already uncovered at least one faction, perhaps two, that took an interest in you while we were up here.
It's so bizarre. I mean, I have to find out why, right?
Obviously. Curiosity is the vice that I think we can all indulge in freely.
For this, I propose something. The three of us travel together. You as my entourage. We find out exactly what's going on, but our way back down south.
It's
If
on
you
our
would be
way.
willing.
It's on our way, and indeed, I too want to unravel this. If it's a lie, it's a curious one to tell, and if the truth, then matters become stranger still.
It's far too ridiculous to be even considered truth.
Since you've taken position in Cornwall as you have, I trust that you haven't made a whole lot of friends in Salisbury who might see such a thing as a betrayal. Is it possible that someone could be vying for your household?
If they are, they would be a fool to attempt so. I dare say we probably have more knights than most families.
Not to mention, if they wanted to go for something like that, they'd require striking at all aspects of the house in one go. And
I also don't live that far from Salisbury. If
Quite
push
so.
comes to shove and I had to, I have the forces necessary to retake what's mine.
Idmiston is a well-connected family, not easily eroded. But you are Idmiston, right? Yes, you are.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Edrich would know which house. No.
Edrich does know.
We
It was
got
Thomas
him.
that was confused.
Freak out. No.
With all this in mind, I was planning on remaining for a little while longer, at least to figure out what the Praetor was interested in with Lot's retinue. For your sake, Perin. A Praetor's man, I do not know which Praetor, but my gut says Syagrius, was scuttling about the salt, speaking to one of Lot's men disguised. Lot seems to fancy himself a dab hand at intrigue, but not as good as he could. The accent gives it away, always. In any case, Lot seems to be in talks with this Praetor about backing a claim for high kingship.
I'm not surprised by that. When was this? During the wedding?
Yes, quite so.
Well, I'll need to address that before I leave then.
Address that. I didn't know you and Lot were on speaking terms.
We aren't, but he kind of holds up his hand, his sword hand, and he goes, "This comes with a condition."
Elaborate, please.
No. Regardless, it's important that I make sure that I take every avenue I can to find who killed Madoc. This is his gift, and I'm not forgetting that.
Roll me an intrigue check, just real quick.
Fuck
It's not
you!
it's not important at all.
Fuck you! All right. Ah!
Okay. With a tie, it's something you're better at. I'd say that Edric's pretty hard to read.
Interesting.
At the express refusal to elaborate on secrets.
Very interesting.
But yes, he will say, fair enough. With that in mind, seeing the link to possibly Siagrius, possibly that other man whose name I forget, it will be useful. We cannot afford an attack on both fronts if he intends to go against any of the hopefuls we want to be in high kingship, to say nothing of the rightful heir.
As well, if you want aid during your investigation, do let me know. I've quite literally nothing else to do here other than wait for someone to try and kill me.
That's something and an activity that we can all get behind. I swear, an assassin with a blade would make my day complete.
Information.
So long as I were armed, of course.
Information is always appreciated, but that's all that I need from either of you.
And likewise. With that in mind, I'm going to go and skulk around in some bushes for a while.
All right. So maybe we're moving on to some vignettes, I'm thinking here.
Yeah, maybe.
Hit me last, because I gotta check on my soup real fast.
Okay.
Super.
Soup?
Make an indulgent roll. This is temperate.
Make a soup roll.
Yeah. Okay.
He crits indulgent, and then when the camera next pans back to him, he's just head full in the soup, drinking it all like a snake in a pitcher of water.
That's exactly what I had in mind. Okay. Let's see here. Let me pull up. Thomas, give me 2 D100s, please.
Absolutely. 79 and 23.
Give me 1 sec. 79 and 23, you say?
That's right.
9 and 20.
Death and mega death.
Okay. What is your exact intention? What do you want to do?
I want to see, because this presumably isn't that long after the feast. I want to see if I can track the Picts/Scots that were taking an interest in Florence, mostly so I can see if they're going somewhere, if they're planning an ambush, if they're hanging around, and if I happen to catch the Praetor's man in my net, I would be quite happy.
Okay. How quickly are you looking into this? After the feast?
There is... after the feast, pretty much the day after. Edric's energetic 19 and his dark mirror is equally so. Edric has one thing to worry about right now, and that's that the Lady Morgan has perhaps seen something that she shouldn't have. But Edric's confident that he can handle that despite her new status as queen. Because he's arrogant and prideful.
Okay. I need 2 intrigue rolls on this.
Absolutely. 17 out of 18, 3 out of 18, 2 successes.
Okay. So they say that the Picts were actually seen going south, which is interesting to say the least, because
considering their home is north and east, and south is the way we're supposed to go.
Yeah, you got it. Strangely enough, though, it's not really clear exactly where the Praetor's man went. It seems that there was a bit of claim that they were heading north to go to Anon. Or no, sorry, I'm in the wrong spot here. Let's see here. It said they were going north to Glasgow. But rumor has it that they were seen on a riverboat. which would typically head south through the mountains from where you are.
I don't like not knowing everything. But there would be no reason to go to Glasgow. Not for him if his intention were to meet with Lot. He'd be going south to report to people, but I don't know exactly where.
Mm-hmm.
He'll turn up eventually, like flotsam on the river. Still, good to confirm that there might be an ambush.
For sure. All right. Yeah, so that's what you're gonna get. You have intrigue ticked, I imagine, already.
Yep.
Why don't you test hunting for me?
Oh, absolutely. My hunting is not fantastic.
Okay.
I wish I impassioned that. That would have been a great crit to have.
Nevertheless, so that is what you encounter. We'll go to Florence next. Florence, what do you want to do with your time?
Florence doesn't really have too much planned. He's mostly there to protect the Dowager Queen and carouse around, I suppose.
Mm-hmm. And you know that the Dowager Queen is staying around with the family. Is there anyone you want to talk to here? Presumably, any of these folks are likely not to be in your window of opportunity for a discussion for a long time.
That is a very good point. There is one guy I do want to talk to, and that is... I'm not remembering his name, but he is related to the Dowager Queen. He was the
Oh, right. The guy you fought in battle and left barely alive.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Cador.
Cador, yeah. Sir Cador. Florence would want to speak to him.
Okay.
As well as Brassius if he's around. So they were together, from what I remembered.
Yeah, give me 2d100 real quick. He's got to throw a curveball and things where possible.
They try and kill me. 68 and 30. Oh, 73.
Okay. Interesting. I like that one. Okay. Let's see here. You find them at a rare chance speaking with each other.
Oh.
It doesn't look like it's super friendly. Looks a little standoffish. Not necessarily ready to come to blows or anything, but they definitely don't look like fast friends.
I think in that case, Florence would make his way over and go, "Greetings! Mind if I interject?"
Cutter is the first one that looks over and he nods to you. Kind of a slow nod. And then not long after, Brassius kind of breaks the ice. He's like, "To Florence. Always a pleasure."
Indeed. Certainly better to meet on less chaotic terms, no?
If such a thing exists, I suppose.
I meant that last time I saw you two, it was more your banners than yourselves.
Indeed. Yet, the life I live, Brassius says, my men depend on war to eat.
I suppose that's fair enough. To each their own. But I did have a question for the both of you, if you might be able to indulge me. Looking into the status of a knight, one, Sir Arnulot? I believe last he was seen, within Dorchester, or Donchester.
honor laws. I'm going to test something here. Jeez, this is probably... Give me 1 sec while I look up NPC stats. Let's see what their recognize is. Oh, so close. Let's see about this one.
I'm not used to having higher recognize than people. Oh.
Sorry, that was -5, not -8, but it still would have failed. Yeah, they're getting penalties for this, Thomas. So, they both look at you and they shake their head. Kador is a little bit slower. He says, I know of no knight by that name, but I do recall hearing it in Doncaster.
I see. I was hoping I wouldn't have to go there myself, considering the whole last time I was there.
Kador is like, I'm likely to head in that direction with my retinue.
If you would be able to do me a great service and find out of his current status, it would be doing me and Lady Morgan much good.
Ooh, okay. You say Lady Morgan, do you? Okay. 1 sec.
He's gonna test hate Lady Morgan.
Not quite.
I assume anytime I mention a character and then Bob has to roll something, it's because that
It's a
character
hate of some
secretly
sort?
despises that other person that I just mentioned.
I've been saying that Lady Morgan's creepy for a long while now. It's catching on.
Kador says, is it for Lady Morgan in which you do this favor? In which you
Indeed
seek
it
this
is.
favor? Well then, now that I've taken a lot of a mercenary knight, I would typically charge you for such an activity. But seeing it's for the Lady Morgan, in respect and honor of her father, I will do this for free.
You are truly a great and honorable man, Sir Kador. You have my thanks.
He's gonna speak up. Like before you leave, he's like, "Oh, Florence, just one more thing.
Oh, yes?
Is your loyalty now to Idris or to Salisbury? This is like a broken record for you."
Yeah. That, I think he just turns with a smile and says, my loyalty is as always to my king, to my country, to my people. Which
Your
is a very
people?
non-answer. Indeed. There are people who rely on me. It would
So
not do me well to betray them.
You haven't forgotten Gorlo's words then, that loyalty flows both ways.
Indeed. Quite the opposite, in fact. They never leave my mind.
He seems satisfied with that. He just nods silently.
And does so to Brassix as well. Good day to you both.
All right. That brings us just in time to Percy, aka Perin. Liam, what is your...
Oh shit! Hi.
Aside from burning yourself, What is your intention for a scene, if anything, vignette-wise?
I need to track down Stegarius. Any lead that I can take on that is a good one. And I think I am actually somewhat magically compelled to do so. So...
Edrich would be able to tell you what he found out, which was, I think, the result of a tie on intrigue. There were rumors that he was heading north to Glasgow, but also that he was last seen leaving by riverboat.
This was a knight too, not Siagris, just to make that. Yeah.
Oh, yes, knight.
Yeah. It was a knight of a praetor that you believe to be Siagris, since there's only Siagris and Jonathel that you're aware of here.
Yeah, 50-50 chance.
Now, I don't remember if it gives me a +10 or a +5, but I do get a bonus for the arm anytime I'm acting to try to pursue Madoc's killers. So I think if I can, I'm just gonna arrange to have this guy kidnapped, like straight up. I'm gonna black bag this guy and lock him in a room and interrogate him.
Okay, so there was a bit of a challenge in that Thomas was not able to. He tied on the roll, so he was not able to directly find him, but
Identify
he found
the
out.
man?
No, it's not identify. It's tracking him.
Oh,
You went to track him.
gotcha.
The guy had left town already. Said he was going one direction. Seems to have gone by riverboat another direction. This will most certainly take you off the path, like the beaten path. But you're absolutely able to either hunt him down yourself or send people to do so.
What's my people look like? How competent are they at this phase of? Because I've been gathering forces for a couple of years, but we haven't zoomed in too much on that.
I mean, they're competent mercenary knights. Yep.
Would it be a hunting role if I were to go after myself?
Yeah. I mean, you could technically employ some of those folks that Lot just set you up with.
I'm not sure if I want Lot involved.
Yeah, I get it. I'm just
in this one.
they know this land, so that would be the advantage of it, right? They know the north. The downside is you're putting your trust in. You're putting your trust in King Lot. So I don't know.
Let's send some mercenary guys, because even if I get a +10 for my arm, I'll still only be rolling a 13 to go after this guy, and I have other obligations. But I would like them to grab him and hold him for me to return and interrogate him.
Okay.
They're welcome to maim him as much as they like.
Interesting.
So what kind of people are your mercenaries? Are they the kind who go, "Ooh, wow, free reign," or is that as weird? Is that as weird an additional instruction as it sounds?
Doesn't matter so long as they're willing to pave the way for Arthur. I don't care.
And
I don't care
remember,
who they are or what.
no disintegration.
Yeah, I don't care. No disintegration. Yeah, I don't care who they are or what they're like or what their morality is. If they're willing to help me build a future for Arthur, don't give a shit.
Okay. That works for me. Why don't you? I'm going to give you 2 tests to begin with, and then we'll test for the third. So first one is do you have anything to loyalty vassals?
I do not.
Okay.
Not currently.
Let me just see here. But
we also haven't spent a lot of time with it too, so.
Yeah, no, that's okay. I'm just trying to figure out what exactly I want you to test for here. Clear instruction. We're gonna go with a courtesy test here.
Intrigue, perhaps? Okay, yeah, courtesy.
Yeah, this is less about you finding out stuff and more about your ability. Oh, you know what? This can be orate if you have that instead. Whichever you prefer.
Yeah, I'd prefer courtesy. Do I get? And then do you remember if the hand gave me +5 or +10? I think it was +5, but I feel like it also might have been. It might have been some absurd. I think +5. We'll go with +5.
Okay.
All right, that's a success.
Okay, and then the next thing we're gonna do. You know what? We're gonna make an orate roll as well. There. It's your ability to sort of be clear and precise about your goals.
I want you to not stab him lethally.
Okay.
That is so close to a crit and also success.
All right. So things are going well. We're gonna pause and wind back to how successful they were at a later time with the hunting portion of this. But as far as your instructions, you didn't drop the ball on anything as far as being clear and articulate with them. So
Perfect.
Yeah. Giving them good leadership, good direction. It's kind of the idea. All right.
It's good enough for me.
Okay, so then the question is, are you all departing together or separately?
I would prefer to depart together, since there's nothing really keeping Perin here. We've got an errand to run for Florence, and also I need to be with Florence so he doesn't get ganked by a bunch of Picts. And I want to get out of here before the Lady Morgan looks deeper with her magic vision.
Alternatively, I think Perin's going to try to leave a little bit early and scout the path ahead beforehand.
If you
Something
like.
about this don't stink right. Oh, I'm not telling you. He's just going.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And
Edrich
leave?
would...
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Edrich would do the polite thing, though, which is basically ask for leave from the Dowager Queen. Because he's got martial business to do, of course.
Yep, and she will most certainly grant it. Yep. You're welcome here as a guest and to help her safely to here, but with her cousin here as well as Brassius and the retinue they have, they're feeling pretty good about getting her home safely. All right, so I have Perin's intention is to depart ahead of the two of you.
Yes. The goal being just in case there is something funky going on with this very conveniently arrived letter. He wants to be an relatively unknown knight scouting the road ahead to make sure there's no obvious ambushes set up or anything like that.
Okay. Our Florence and Edrich. Let's start with an intrigue test, contested. So, Perin, just give me your intrigue. Florence, Edrich. Let's see how long after Perin departs are you aware of it, kind of thing.
Success.
Success as well, but a low one.
And then Perin as well.
Hang on, I'm trying to see if I'm gonna do something here. Yeah, fuck it, let's go. Hell yeah!
Impassion your ability to just vanish into the fucking
Are you
forest.
using your loyalty to us to get away from us?
to mess with us specifically.
You've heard of an Irish exit. This is a Pictish exit.
Nice.
Hell yeah, brothers!
That is, you are at 20, correct?
Correct. Ghosted.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this is a scenario where a couple of Perin's men are left behind to hold the attention, like his camp is still present.
Mm-hmm.
And it takes you guys a couple of days. You're both busy doing your things. Probably Florence socializing, and Edrich being a snoop and trying to figure out what's going on with this.
There's an assassin in this fucking camp, and I'm going to figure out who it is.
He's a soup snoop.
But since you guys stayed behind, I'll give you guys a little bit more for those successful intrigues. I'll give you guys each sort of one rumor. Let's see here. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I know. Florence, since you're doing the mingling part, you meet a man named Carados. Give me a courtesy test.
Courtesy is my jam. Success.
Okay. He is the king of is it Escoce? Escoce? He's a Pict. But he seems to be amongst the other knights. That's the thing that stands out about him. He claims to be the king of Escoce. It says in quotes Scotland. So this is the closer thing you get to the Scots. He is kind of like a big deal in the Pictish space. He is very untrusting of you, but you seem to not offend him. You can tell if he's brave. You've met brave men. You've met men that talk brave. You've met really reckless people. He's very conservative, but the way he talks is something that's like, this man doesn't have an ounce of fear in him. He is exalted valorous 20.
Damn.
Yeah.
Would you say that he's got a brave heart?
Yes, indeed. The way he talks too, he also seems to be quite good in battle. You see him ride a horse. He's actually very impressive on a horse. You're like, okay, this is a knight in the making, even if he wasn't highborn like us. So, anything in particular you want to do with this person, or just good enough to meet them?
Nah, Florence is good enough to meet him. He's like kind and considerate, and he's he doesn't have any hate towards this man or any judgment. He just has genuine conversation and is courtly, and that's about it.
How do you feel about him being of a heathen, which I know we use in lots of terms, but that means that generally in this group it's vengeful, honest, proud, arbitrary, and worldly, is what the heathen are known for.
I think Florence has... So he's not as forgiving as he once was, but he is merciful. So I think his whole thing is like, he doesn't bring it up, but in the back of his mind, he's like, oh, sucks that this person's going to have to go to hell and suffer for all eternity. That's unfortunate. But he doesn't voice it.
Yeah.
He's a quiet Christian.
Yeah, okay.
He judges in quiet.
And Edrich, give me a 2d100 roll real quick.
91 and 32.
Oh, okay. Interesting. You notice, maybe you notice, give me an intrigue roll.
Oh. Success.
You notice that many of the ladies, like the handmaidens of Queen Morgan, of Morgause, they all seem to skirt wide from you, where before they were playing, civil with you, to say the least. Definitely getting the hospitality and pleasantries before. Now, specifically, the handmaids, the women of the three queens, seem to be avoiding you. Like,
they
very
have
much.
been warned of me, have they?
Yeah.
Well, expected, considering I murdered their father. And also something else that Morgan might have noticed.
Okay. All right.
Still, I think Edrich definitely clocks that. He's got all of the intellect of his regular mirror, and twice as much vindictive paranoia. So he's very much going, the courtesy of these halls have lessened of late. The time to leave is now.
Okay. And out on the road you go. Okay. We'll use this marker here. Let me make sure you're on the right page. You are. We'll use this for your guys' journey. But we're gonna have Perin roll a d6, Perin. Let's see how many days ahead you got.
Does he want to kill the three queens? Yes. Will he? No.
Wait, sorry, I was reading something. What was that?
Roll a
Roll a
d6.
d6.
A d6? I love d6. They're my favorite dice.
Okay,
That's a 4.
You're 4 days ahead of the others.
Hell yeah! What a bunch of chumps.
Okay. We'll start with.
Oh
Perin.
no, I've been killed by bandits.
Exactly.
We'll start with Perin. We'll get you to make a battle roll. Did you hear that?
Game. Yes, game roll.
Battle.
Battle. Oh, that's maybe I didn't hear you then. I thought.
Yeah, that's very different.
I love gaming, and there's arrows and shit flying everywhere. This wib is really fun to play.
Right. Nice use of that name. Okay, so as you're heading through Malahut on what is pretty much a narrow road at this point, you see the mountain pass ahead. You rode through this on the way up. It triggered your alarm to begin with because it was particularly it'd be a great ambush spot. You have no direct sight on any sort of ambush, but you see signs of recent movement. Your men find signs of recent movement here. This would be a perfect spot. If one were to lay ambush, this is the best spot on the road.
Is there another route around that might take a little bit longer time?
Not that you're aware of.
Okay.
Remember that roads have become paths and paths have become trails.
Yeah. So, perhaps what our best bet is to spring the trap, but be prepared for it, right? The whole point of an ambush is that it catches you off guard. All right, cool. Well, Perin will double back and meet back up with the gang and let them know I'm pretty sure there's going to be an ambush at this specific pass. There is not another way around.
After a certain point, we were waiting for you to say you were ready to leave, but we could not find you because your camp was still there. So we left fully 3 days after I thought we had to.
Well, seems like more of a you problem than a me problem, personally.
I will kill you again, Perin, I swear to all the gods.
All the gods? Did you take up paganism?
A turn of phrase that I borrowed from my cousin.
I suppose. Florence, do you have any thoughts on the more important part of the two pieces of information? One being that I left ahead, and the other being that there's an ambush likely set up ahead of us.
He thinks upon it for a moment and goes, I agree. He should have used the term guard. After all, there is only one.
Yes, it was a slip of the tongue. In any case.
As well, we should probably be careful when it comes to the ambush that is up ahead.
Quite so.
Thank you.
It's the Picts, as mentioned before. They are lying in wait for Sir Florence and perhaps us by extension. I propose we go up the mountain, we find wherever they are, kill them.
Now, a good hunter could make their way through a mountain path, right? But you would need a good guide. That is worth noting. I won't say that this isn't the only way to travel. It's just anything else would be literally off the beaten path and treacherous terrain, right?
Probably also difficult for the horses as well.
Yeah, you'd be
Yeah, I'd rather
probably
not go
off
into the
horse.
forest. People tend to miss their appointments by a couple of years when they do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question. Perin, no. Virgil, no. Edrich and Florence are traveling with just their little retinues. They don't have a ton of extra soldiers, right?
Correct.
Yeah, I didn't bring
Okay.
my full forces.
So,
They're back at home.
presumably the ambush is not that gnarly. If we can't get all the way around and through, maybe we can just ambush the ambushers.
Agreed.
Now that we know that there's an ambush, kind of takes away one of the big elements.
Yes, they might still have the supplies, but they lack the surprise.
Exactly.
Okay.
Those are my
I
years
think
as a
we should be
jester
able to.
coming through there, I think.
You were a jester? Oh, I need to hear
Oh.
about this.
Oh my god, they called me Stumpy. I was Stumpy the Jester.
That could not be good for one's ego.
Oh, but it is funny.
If it helps, it was moments. It was the time immediately following me losing everything I ever cared about in a violent frenzy of blood and death. Kind of felt fitting, honestly, at the time. But I always knew it was temporary.
All right.
Stumpy. He just chuckles to himself.
Let us
Like-
spill some blood.
Oh, that was really traumatizing for you, was it?
It was a traumatizing event for me. Stumpy.
It's almost like Florence has ad block on. Like just some information just does not get through to him.
That's awesome.
Selective listening.
All right, guys, we're going
Heard of active
to
listening. Yep.
we're gonna take our first break before we address the upcoming spoiled ambush, and we'll be back soon. Be back in 5 minutes, folks. See you then. right, we're back from break, and we're gonna go. Let's see where this goes, gents. Let's see here.
Roger.
Here we go.
Medieval Celtic music, fantasy music, royalty free.
Indeed.
Christian music, no copyright. Gregorian chant by Kevin MacLeod. Epic.
I love Kevin MacLeod.
I love Kevin MacLeod.
Of
I
Clan
love
MacLeod.
that part when he chopped that guy's head off.
Yeah, yeah, we were on the same boat. Yeah.
MacLeod.
MacLeod clan is known for its katana wielding and trench coat wearing.
Right? It's also like the equivalent, isn't it like the equivalent of Smith? And like, then it's super common. I feel like it's super common. Okay, so the intention is to spring the trap without having the trap completely destroy you guys, right?
To basically... Oh yeah, sorry, you go.
Anything in particular you want to... any particulars, I guess, in that process?
If we can figure out where they're going to ambush from, we can attack them by surprise. Like, completely removing... They're not going to have much surprise in the first place, because we expect it. But if we can ramp up to where they are, we can hit them really hard with a sword before they can recover.
I'll take battle rolls from all three of them.
Battle royales?
Battle rolls.
Battle royales.
All right, everybody, within the glowing red square.
Yeah. That's not really
critical battle.
Okay, perfect.
Look at that.
So Edrich, this isn't that sort of ambush. This isn't just like being in a path. This is riding through a mountain pass. This is javelins, potentially arrows raining down on you. They'll probably send some forces your way. So it's definitely not the kind of thing though where you can just like simply roll up on their backside and kill them. You could try, but you're going to do what you originally suggested, which is going off into the mountain trails on, walking your horse through mountain trails to reach their backside. Mountain trails you're not necessarily familiar with. So that's what you have. These are probably hunter experts that know these mountains, or at least they've probably raided these mountains down before. It makes sense. So with that in mind...
These people have a significant terrain advantage. Not to mention, their flanks are protected by the terrain. To reach them would be difficult, all the while we'll be attacked by their infantry, and they'll rain down javelins and arrows from up above. It will be difficult to spring it and not remain and be unscathed. Unless, of course, we have a way of making our way around or through the mountain passes, which I currently don't. Our options are either to endure what they can send our way, particularly because we'll be expecting it, or perhaps a Tetsudo formation of some description.
That's a word I don't understand, but that sounds smart.
Could we not
All I have are Roman tactics, which mostly do not apply to this specific.
It is a Roman tactic specific.
Never mind. I do actually know exactly that tactic. Then that's a great idea. Let's do that.
Could we not just speed past them?
I don't think that's a wise idea.
Then we'd have them at our backs, and they know the land better than we do. And they could have set up caltrops.
Or
it is an option.
Fell a tree. I don't think so, actually. Normally, they'd want to block the road to prevent these kinds of things.
With my critical battle, is there a way to seize the advantage with what we have now? Or is it just their main advantage, us not expecting it, has been nullified?
That's about it. Sometimes a good roll just means you know that the odds are against you in that terrain. Short of going and finding your way up their trails, which would require some really good hunting, and trying to counter ambush. So your goals are probably counter ambush, ride through cautiously, prepare for being rained down above, and fight what comes your way. Or, as Florence said, ride fast through. All have their advantages. All have their disadvantages. It depends on what their strategy is here. So
My hunting score is 5. I really want to counter ambush them, but I don't think I have the necessary people.
I don't think we have the skill.
that's probably a good point. Yeah. If no one's got an opinion, like I'll leave it to you guys though. Like this is definitely your call as a group.
I recommend just being as defensive as we can, expecting the rain of javelins from above, seeing what we can do, and worst case scenario, we'll push forward the tip of the lance to escape whatever blockade they have, making our way around.
So right through, shields up.
Right through, shields up. And if anyone gets in our way, kill them. If we can kill them more, then I say we do that.
I don't like this plan, but all right.
We're in a position where the odds are against us, but when aren't we?
Fair enough.
I should start traveling with a hunter in my retinue. I'll make a note for that.
Okay. So riding ahead, cautiously, right? That's the group idea. Anyone protesting, resisting that, or are we good to proceed with that? I don't want to blow past anyone here.
Let's go for it.
Okay.
Sounds like a plan.
If I die here, it's gonna be so funny.
Right. Idris got the free pass. He's like, "Hi, you suckers." Yeah.
No! Wait, who the hell is that?
Yeah. And I will note this. Morgan will likely relay something about Edrich eventually. It's only going to be to Florence. So if Florence dies, ain't nobody care about Edrich. You know?
Ain't everybody know.
Yeah. So, okay, so let's start with this. You guys are riding through. We're going to get some awareness rolls. It's a, let's see.
You know, I'm thinking these guys are not very hospitable, so I need to be the most hospitable I can.
The day is quite foggy and overcast.
That's
Oh,
kind of good, kind of bad. That's good for us in terms of their ranged units will be less effective, probably.
I'll take an awareness roll.
We won't be able to see it as well.
Yeah, awareness roll -3.
Do we get any bonuses for knowing that there's something there?
This isn't for spotting the ambush.
Yeah.
Not per se. Like this isn't for spotting. But yes, in general, that's why it's a -3, not a -5. So.
I would have gotten a critical if it weren't
Holy
for
shit!
fog.
Florence spotted something that never happens.
Yeah.
I know.
Since when? I don't believe it.
Yeah. Are you testing too? Okay. Yeah. So you guys are riding along, and I think you know what it is. Hilariously, I think for Perin and Edrich, your eyes are all over these cliff sides. For Perin or for Florence, he's riding ahead, looking ahead, and that's what allows him to spot this. You see, two rather large, like boulders that are down in the way ahead. You don't recall riding through on the way here, Florence. It seems to narrow the path to like probably a single rider. You could probably go up and around them too. It's just the problem is the horses. Like,
Yeah.
right?
Seems the path narrows ahead.
Told you.
Okay.
Speed will be an issue.
What's the
I don't
play
know
here?
about that.
I think all of you, having the battle levels you do, are quite confident this is probably, if this isn't the exact ambush point, it's certainly a distraction point for the ambush.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Those don't look, they don't look like they, it doesn't look like a rock slide. It looks like purposely.
No, definitely. Definitely.
What's the play here?
the possibility of getting our horses around that is slim to none. Could climb over on foot, but that makes an escape more difficult.
I'd say we press forward as fast as we can. Shields at the ready. Pray God is on our side.
And devil take the hindmost.
Don't like that particular part of that plan.
Well, do you have a better idea?
Nope.
Gates of hell it is.
And this is where we all die.
where we all die.
All die.
Incidentally, this suicidal overconfidence is kind of what
Precipitated the rise of the favored son. But we are pushing 40.
Is that what we need to call
We
this
had
episode? The
nothing to
Fall
live
of the
for.
Favored Sons? Just kidding.
Last ride of the favored sons.
Yeah.
Well, the last ride of the favored sons was a while back.
It was a while. It was a while back.
That was the last
Second
ride.
ride.
The second to last ride. All right.
The most recent ride of the favored sons.
It's like when a character dies in a comic book. Matters about that much. Give it 2 years, they'll be back, some form.
Give it 2 issues.
Yeah, it's almost that bad now. Okay, so is this every man for himself? Is anyone who's going first? Sounded like Florence.
Florence will.
Seems like Florence should take the lead on this one.
Okay.
Florence is the leader of the Swords of Victory. I think we know that.
Right. Yes,
Yeah.
of course.
He's definitely the leader.
I forgot
Yes, of
about
course.
that.
Yeah, you can go in front.
Yeah. So Swords of Victory we can see are entirely cohesive, much like the Favored Sons. I mean, wait.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, if it were the actual Edrich, he would be literally fighting him to be in front. But as it is, he's like, no, I prefer to be second.
Okay.
Suspicious.
Okay. So we'll give you all battle test -5.
All right.
You could definitely be suspicious of the valorous 18 guy not going. Yeah, I want to be first through the breach.
Oh, that would have been a
Critical
critical
battle again.
Okay.
Have Evil Drick around more often. Jesus.
Hey, this is Edric's brain.
And then when you can, Liam, I know you're dealing with that, but battle roll as well.
Yep.
-5.
Sorry, my
No, I get
darling
it.
little boy
I get it.
is so needy tonight.
My cat does that a lot, so I get it.
First, he puts his head in my soup. Then, he opens my door. I'm living in hell.
Yeah, head in soup is not good. So I do one day want to just drink soup like that, just like not hot soup, but just once, like bucket list item, just head right in the soup. No, just right in. Okay, so as Florence is riding, charging, arguably right to it, you guys, I think Florence's eyes just narrow, and he's determined to get through that space. The other two, you start to hear bustling about. Perin, you can tell that there's some kind of commotion at the boulders, like right behind them. For Thomas, you can tell that they're spraying a trap, so they're actually raising something. It looks like they're raising what looks like a spiked net. So it's got wood at the top with spikes all through it, and it's a net underneath of it. So
Florence, stop!
And we're giving you that because you
Or jump
critted.
real high.
Yeah. So we're gonna get a horsemanship roll. It's only gonna be a -2 for Florence's failure because of Evil Drick's success or crit.
And is that for all of us or just for him?
Just
Well, if you want to
he's the
proceed,
one
right?
with the trap.
Yeah, he's the one spraying the trap effectively.
No, I'm evil. I'm
With-
evil now.
With the help of my people, I will be calling upon my loyalty Sword of Victory.
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
Aww. Wait, both of the other two members of the Sword of Victory being like, yeah, he can spring the track. We're staying behind.
We're doing it. We're doing it.
All right, so that's a success. So that's a +5, -3. So that's
Hell yeah, brother.
Oh, we lost somebody.
Oh,
Who'd we lose?
he's back.
Who was lost? Was it me?
That was Mark's camera for a
Oh.
minute. Just the camera, I think. Apparently, that horsemanship roll took his camera right offline. So,
He got bucked right off.
yeah. All right. It's good.
Yarp.
Okay, so Florence, is your intention to go over it? Are you going to leap over it with your horse, or are you going to come to the
he'd
stop?
go over it.
Okay.
No, he'd go over it.
Okay,
I
and
did
that-
say stop or jump real high.
Yeah. Okay, you go over and you see that there are two men on the other sides of the boulders that are holding this thing, and there are a couple more with spears. And we're in combat, folks. I'm gonna
Yeah.
check one thing here. You guys have been succeeding at your battle rolls, but I'm just looking for the Conroys here, like your general folks. Let's see if anyone fumbles. No, okay. The fumble would have meant that those charging behind you just crashed into your backsides as you're going. So, but everyone seems
Edrich
to.
would have executed them.
Okay. You guys start to kind of almost like. Unfortunately, you're bundled in a nice, clean death spot here. Let's start with activities. You have men starting to slide down from their various hiding points, sliding down the mountain towards you guys to fight you.
What do the numbers look like? How many of them are there?
Right now,
You don't have to-
yeah. Right now, it looks bad. Right now, it looks like dozens. Yeah, dozens of men. Yeah. It's like a well placed. Now, fortunately, Perin, you are equipped with some men from Lot as well as others, unless you specifically evaded them joining you on this.
Nope. He probably doesn't have his full retinue just because some of them did stay back.
Oh yeah.
Up north, but he would have brought as many men as he could while still being able to travel,
Okay.
relatively light. So
They start yelling picks and ambush is what you hear. Picks, ambush. Okay, so
We were talking about it the entire time. This isn't a surprise.
yeah, but right now, like, yeah,
Yes.
you ever waited for a mountain? Like you're like, man, I can't wait till we get to that place. And you're like, there it is. Yeah, that's one of those.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
I would like to charge, please. I'd like-
My
I'm
question
just-
is this net the kind of thing that can be hacked down?
One sec. Just looking for the army I need here.
Saxon beginner parentheses extremely difficult.
The best troll move ever done in a game. It really was bad, wasn't it?
I mean, we survived sometimes until we didn't.
Okay. That will do.
That'll do.
That'll do. Okay, so you guys are all in a reckless position, regardless of kind of where you're at, right? So you're all meant to fight this, whatever this engagement is, you're meant to fight it for 3 rounds. On top of that, given the numbers and the way they're approaching you, you're gonna be forced to fight 2 opponents, not 1, in this current state.
Sounds good.
All right,
We can do that.
let's figure out who the 2 opponents are. We'll go right to left this time, so we'll go Liam. Roll 2d20, good sir.
Yes, sir. That's a 1 and a 10.
Okay. You've got what looks like a, the equivalent of a javelin man, but he also has a gladius at his side.
Oh,
yeah.
A gladius, you say?
Yes.
One could say that is a Roman weapon.
Yes. Woman, eh?
Curious.
One could say this pict has been Roman.
Hmm.
That's why I picked it up.
I have a friend, you know, in Pickland.
and a spearman that is particularly like he's basically almost not wearing any clothing, just completely painted in the woad.
Well,
A
of
woad
course.
man, if you will.
Woad man. Yeah. Those are your two opponents. We might as well go ahead and dive right into this. So, what do you want to do in this scenario? The javelineer is gonna fire at you. That happens automatically and early, and the rustic spearman is going to turn to swipe you. Now, a reminder for anything that's a missile weapon: when they get to go first, they reduce your shield from their skill. You don't get to like, and then if you want to split to attack him, that's an entirely separate action for you.
Gotcha. I am just gonna tank it, I think, and I'm gonna focus on the other guy,
Okay.
the rustic spearman.
So let me just do this here.
Keep in mind, you might get a horse bonus against this spearman.
Nope.
Ooh,
Oh,
yeah,
the spearman,
does he have a
yes.
great spell?
Spearman, yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
He's
Spearman,
not having
yes.
a great spear.
Yep.
no,
The spearman,
great
yes, you
spear,
will.
cool. And then we get charge bonus against him.
So
Is there enough room for a charge? Probably not, right?
Correct. There will not be.
Gotcha. Okay,
The-
then I'm rolling with my sword.
The javelin will get you. Let's see here. 9. So
Hey.
not even
Chunk
enough to breach your
damage.
armor. Yeah. Just
No.
barely. Like it hurts. It stings, but it's not enough to penetrate the chainmail.
Owie.
All right. That
All
brings us to you versus the rustic spearman. So he gets a -5. You get a +5.
And I actually get a +10 total because I rolled my hate the picks passion.
Oh yeah. Look at that.
Ah.
You can go up another,
right?
Just go up to 10 now.
I do go up
They've
to 10.
ambushed you.
Yeah, fuck these guys.
These guys have directly wronged you for the first time
Oh.
in your life.
That's so disappointing.
Okay.
My hate the picks has gone up twice
All right. He fails. You succeed.
in as many sessions. Hell yes. All right, cool. And I don't get to roll my horse damage, which is a shame because my horse is better than me by 2 dice. Ha!
I
17's not bad.
noted that he has no armor on. So that's 17
Not-
flat. So
not bad.
let's see. Oh, and he falls over. Look at that. They're nimble, these guys, but that was enough damage to send him prone.
You're messing with fucking black dog now.
They're messing with the sword of victory. Like, this is the first time we've done battle together since escorting
Since-
Merlin.
Oh yeah, huh?
Yeah,
Oh,
we,
yeah.
we haven't done it very often.
Well, funny enough, I think the Sword of Victory across the board has been pretty not great with combat, just by pure dice rolls.
I think our very first battle saw Edrich as a prisoner. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's how I met my wife. So, silver linings.
Silver linings.
Florence
Yeah, I
overall
remember
has
Perin-
had the only consistent positive
Florence
run.
has been pretty good,
yeah.
considering.
Perin was supposed to be, he was well ahead of both of you guys in swordsmanship and was supposed to be the team swordsman.
Yeah.
He lost his hand.
Also, Florence
But I'm
has fallen
back
off
now,
on,
baby.
Florence has fallen off on a wall twice.
It's true.
Oh, my
Bye.
is Sir Blethand here? My kinsman that I don't know, or is he back in Axe?
No, he's an axe.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
an
He's
axe.
hanging out.
Okay,
He's
so
whatever the character you're currently playing is not.
Mark 2d20,
Indeed.
please. Yeah.
2d20?
Yeah, let's see who you're facing here.
18 and a 9.
Okay. This makes sense. You're on the other side and you hear the sound of a mounted lancer charging you with a spear. He's dressed in leathers. On top of that, one of the men hiding behind the rock has a regular... he has a gladius, actually. And he looks like he wields it pretty well. So you're facing two opponents, one mounted, one not.
Alright. Is my bonus from sort of victory still going, or would I need to invoke a new passion?
This is a skirmish, not a battle, so we'll allow passions to stay. Yeah.
Okay, so I still have a +5. So I get a +5 against.
You get a mounted bonus +5 against the
mountain bonus.
about man near the rock, but the other
yes,
guy
yeah.
you do not. Yeah.
Other guys I do not. I get a +5 against both of them from my passion.
Yeah.
So now I got to do math. So let's split this. All right, so 10 against the guy on the ground.
Okay.
And 16 against the mounted dude. Which one do we want to do first?
We'll go with the swordsman first because he's on the ground.
So in that case, it's a 20 against him.
Okay.
Does this count? No, it wouldn't count as a charge.
No. You are not in a position to charge either of these guys given sort of the trap.
Okay.
So,
So in that case,
I will give you this.
In a unique
If you choose to not split and just charge the spearman, that swordsman will get a strike against you. All you'll be able to do is roll to try and defend against the swordsman. Like if you succeed,
okay.
so it'd be like you hopped last turn, right? You see the spearman starting to charge you. You can meet his charge. That swordsman's going to get a free swipe against you. Yeah, not free, but all you can do is defend against it, basically, in the split.
Right.
Or you can not charge, stay where you are on the horse, defend the charge.
I'll charge.
Okay.
I think I'll attack both of them essentially,
Okay.
but I won't charge any of them.
So swordman first, then.
So, Swordman first. This is a total of 20, as it is 10 plus 5 for being on horseback, plus 5 for being impassioned.
Okay. There's no +5. Oh yeah, this is swordman. Yeah, never mind.
You swordman, yeah. Ooh, that's a 10.
All right.
Oh, it's a hit. Rolling damage.
This guy has a heavy shield.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, I think he soaks then.
Yeah, this is an old
14.
This is an old Roman shield. He's dressed in leathers otherwise, but he's got an old Roman shield. He raises it, and you're kind of impressed. You're like, oh, like these are historical weapons, though. Little outdated, but they wield them well.
It's an older model, sir.
It checks out.
Next opponent.
All right.
When you are ready.
This one's going to be a bit more. So I think this one is a 21. 16 plus 5 for being impassioned.
Okay.
That's a -5. That's a crit.
Nice.
Nice. Okay.
And that's a 26 for knowledge, Thomas.
Thank you kindly.
No problem.
You are as good with a spear as I am with a sword.
That's
I must get better.
Okay. That's really good because his charge would have been not fun. He's only on a round C, but it still would have hurt. Or no, he's not. No, he is not. This one's on a charger. So.
Ooh, that would have really hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So damage 12 plus 9. I'm rolling really badly.
Yeah. On a
Those
crit,
are low
that's-
rolls. But
21.
it's still a 21, and that's before he soaks anything. We test his. Ooh, his size is going to be low.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. So 10 plus 1d4. The size is 12.
Mm. It feels weird to phrase it this way, but what racial bonus do the Scottish get?
Dex.
Oh, these technically they're the
Yeah.
Picts, not the
Yeah.
Scots.
Yeah. It's not the Scottish. It's the Picts. I guess it's a good clarification point. And
Scots
this,
don't come
they're
till
depicted.
later.
Keep in mind, this is all depicted through the Arthurian lens. So the worst traits, not the
Because-
best, are the average traits of this time
Indeed.
frame.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they give them a negative to size.
Yeah.
isn't really historically accurate. They were tall motherfuckers.
Yeah, they were.
Okay, sorry. I'm just on here.
Alright.
So 21, 12.
21.
Okay.
So you get a save.
And this is a horseman guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he saves, but he'll take the 21 damage still. And he has leather and a shield. So he 21 minus 12. Yeah, so that still stings. He comes up. More importantly, you're not injured in this process. We cut over to Edrich. Evil Drick, 2d20, good sir.
12 and an 18.
12 and an 18. Armored swordsman. Oh, he's a big guy. Big burly man.
A big man.
And he will not be mounted because he's one of the ambushers. So you've got a spearman sliding down the side to proceed.
The bigger they are, the more that they bleed. I would like to impassion myself.
Okay.
While Edrich has love family, Evildrick has a deep and abiding obsession and an ambitious drive to steer the destiny of this household. Something baked into him, and he's gonna invoke that. He can't do that if he's dead. I succeed.
Yeah.
So armored swordsman and whomst?
Armored swordsman and a spearman.
Understood. I'm going to split 13 both ways.
Okay.
This is going to be towards the spearman. 16 and 20.
Okay. And
Oh, no. Sorry, I did that wrong. Because
Okay.
I'm on a horse, right?
yeah, you are. So you get the +5.
Yes,
So-
that would be a 21. That would
No,
be a crit.
re-roll it
Shall
if
I roll
that's okay.
again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you can choose to keep it, one or the other.
I'll re-roll. I might get better. So that would be... Crit.
Okay. All right. So he moves. It looks like, on an inferior opponent, he might get a better move despite being without his horse. But you managed to stick him first. Give us your damage.
This is... the sword. This is... so same roll as Florence. That is 21.
And this is on the spearman. So
That's right.
he stays up. But you carve into him really good. He's not feeling good. He doesn't have... he has leather and a shield. So I guess, yeah, he took some hit, but he's still standing. And then the big man.
Big man. That is another critical.
Okay.
When you're really good and when you're really crazy about something.
Oh, he fumbles.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's not a great place to be.
Nope.
That's better. That is a total of 35.
Yeah, I think you just took out this guy. Let's see. So he doesn't get his shield. So he takes 25 flat. And I think because of the fumble... Yeah, he goes unconscious. Your horse ends up trampling him. Like, it ends up stomping him as you turn your horse to swing. You knock him down, and then you hear the hoofs land on some squishy parts of him. Yeah, it's
Eat
not...
shit, asshole. Get trampled by horse.
Yeah.
Edrich is fully in his element, and you hear him let out a as blood is spilt this day.
Vroom.
All right. Evil Drick.
Room indeed. So
You
true.
get 15 glory for that one.
Thank you kindly.
Okay. That brings us back to Perin.
Hi. Parents' turn to do Perin things.
Yeah, indeed. Let's see here.
Okay, cool. So one of my two opponents is down. Is there another wave coming at me, or is it just the Javelineer?
Nope,
now?
you're locked into this for 3 rounds with this. So it's just the Javelineer who now has he's moving over to his Gladius now. Right?
Cool. I
Yeah.
am going to kill the shit out of this guy.
Okay.
I'm still impassioned with the because it's less than an hour, right? Skirmish scale.
Yep. Yep.
Cool. All right, plus 10 to this bad boy. Here we go. Wow, that could have been much better.
That's a natural
Could've
3.
worked.
There's only so much you can do.
Could have been worse.
Could have been way worse. Well, it couldn't have been way worse, but
This is your 10 guy you're fighting right now.
Couldn't have been much worse.
Okay. So he too is packing a heavy shield with this javelin as he, or with this Gladius. Gladius and he moves in. An attempt. You're on horse,
what are the
right?
Roman shields called?
Yes,
Are they
I am on-
scutums?
Scutum,
He's at a
yeah.
minus
Sorry, I didn't
5.
mean to interrupt.
Yep.
He's at a minus 5 because I'm on horse. Yeah,
Roger that. And you added a plus
Roger,
5?
I did.
Okay.
I added a plus 10, plus 5 for hate Saxons, and then for hate picks, and then plus 5 for the horse.
Oh. Do you want to turn that to a crit?
I mean, probably not. It can't be that bad.
Okay.
You will get to
Let's-
apply your shield.
Yeah, I'll get to apply my shield. I think I'm okay.
19.
Okay. So I take 4 then.
Yeah, you take 4.
3, right?
3. Yeah.
Yeah, 3.
Three,
Okay.
yeah.
16. Okay.
Caps lock is on.
We move into the next scenario with Florence. Florence, what do you got left? You have both opponents are one's toppled
Both of
over,
them are
right?
still up. One is damaged.
And they did he
No, neither
remain
of them
standing?
are toppled over.
Okay.
Actually, I don't think we rolled for the guy on the ground if he stays standing or if he gets knocked. onto
I
his
certainly
head.
did. I certainly rolled a dex for him.
Did we?
Yeah.
Never mind then.
I don't remember whether he succeeded or failed, but I certainly tested that for you.
I'm unsure.
5 out of 16, I believe, was what I rolled.
I thought
Yeah,
that was
so
his
there-
attack.
Yeah, I thought that was his attack too.
I'm positive I did. I remember rolling 2 dex rolls and 1 horsemanship roll so far.
I mean, I'll take your word for it. I wasn't.
Was it the 17 out of verse 6? No, that's Perin. God damn it.
I get knocked down, then I get up again. Never gonna knock me down.
14 damage. Yeah, well, he didn't need to. He only took 14. So. that's what it was.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, they're both up.
Yeah.
All right. Same as last.
Okay. Your first opponent was the swordsman.
Footman.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, I almost added 20 to the roll. That's not bad.
I think you should keep it.
Like, man, these guys are really easy.
Oh my god.
Ah,
So this is against
that was
the man with the sword, right?
Yep.
All right.
Ah, he hits me.
So 14 damage.
Damage.
Does no damage. Ting.
Nothing.
All right, and then onto the mounted spearman, good sir, who can't charge you this round.
-5. 17. Finally.
Okay. All right. So he succeeds, but he doesn't outdo you. So it's partial success. So you can go ahead and give us your damage.
Just regular damage. 11.
Yeah. Tink.
Nothing.
All right. We're going to move towards a round 3 with you, but we'll get to that soon. As we close in on Edrich for round 3. Or round 2.
I've just got the one guy left, right?
Yep. Not the big guy, but the spearman.
I do not have to split, right?
You do not have to split. Correct.
Alright, in that case. I crit. And. Wait, let's see if I actually succeed.
Hmm.
What was that?
Okay. Go ahead.
That's good. That's okay. 30 damage.
Yeah, it's gonna hurt. Takes 18, and he's gonna flop, so he falls prone. But he's not dead. All right, that brings us back to Perin.
Spawn of. Oops, sorry.
Go ahead. Yeah, do your bit.
Let the spawn of Hadrian know that we do it better.
Yeah, that was pretty good. That was pretty sick.
Thank you.
All right, that brings us back to the top with Perin.
Perin, I love Perin. All right, I'm gonna kill this guy this time. Give me my +10. Yeah, this guy, he ain't living till Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna kill him, and then I'm gonna go to work on him.
And he fails. That's
Hell
really good
yes.
for you.
All right, let's do our damage and then our crit damage.
Your sword is 20?
16, correct?
Oh yeah.
And then another 15 on top of that. Does a 31 kill him?
We'll find out. It definitely is going to send him on his ass. This was the swordsman you were fighting, yes?
Yes, javelin swordsman.
Yeah. Okay. Just need to see what he's rocking for. Okay. He had the heavy shield and the leather.
I hope I knock him unconscious. I'd like to know these guys for certain.
Yeah, he's unconscious. Yep. These guys don't have high con. Yep. He's out cold.
Yeah.
Unless they're a big guy, they go down easier. So despite he's got his nice big shield and his leather armor, but it doesn't seem to do the trick. And Perin, is that your second opponent you've downed?
Correct.
Okay. The other one you just knocked on his ass, right? Or did you actually finish off this?
No.
No.
I'm pretty sure he's dead with the amount of damage I did, because he was unarmored and I did.
Oh yeah, that's right.
17 to. Yeah, he's dead. This guy's alive though.
Well, 17 won't kill him, but it probably knocked him unconscious.
Okay, 2 prisoners is good. I'll take as many prisoners as I can.
I'm not sure ransoming these guys is going to be a great moneymaker.
It's not
I
about the
know.
ransom.
I know, it's about the information.
These, just to go through this here, Thomas, you got 5 luri for the spearman as well.
Gotcha.
Liam, you got 5 for your spearman, and your other opponent, you got 15 for.
Okay.
All right. And that brings us back to Florence for round 3. This will be the end of this exchange, one way or the other.
All right. Let's go. Same as last time. -6.
Oh man, these ones, these natty ones. Let's see. It's going back to. This is for the swordsman, yes.
Yeah, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it would be a 2. Yeah.
Ooh, geez, did that roll 5d6? Holy crap!
What the fuck?
5, 6, 6, 5, 6. Yikes!
Well,
Hypothetically,
that would kill me if I didn't have armor.
If you didn't have armor, okay.
even
Okay,
with the armor, that's a
16.
hefty blow.
Hey,
Well-
the plan was to just ride straight through it. I think Florence should commit to that.
11. All right, I'm at 11 hit points now.
Ooh.
Ugh.
And you still have an
I-
exchange.
Oh yes, that's right. Do you have your once a year crit?
Mulligan? I'm pretty sure you do.
I
I
don't
guess
think
so,
he
though, yeah.
spent it yet. Yeah.
All right, this one. Next exchange.
Alright. I gotta make sure I know which mountain spearman. I think you were fighting the 17, if I remember. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
18 it must have been. So you got a mounted spearman.
Yeah, it was 18. It was mounted.
Okay, he succeeds, you succeed greater.
13. Rolled like shit.
That's exactly his size, so it's possible. No, he stays a horse.
Yeah.
More importantly, some of the men in your contingent get in there now, and so it's like it's kind of disrupted. So, but there's chaos all around. So for that exchange, I guess in the case of Florence, you didn't really finish off either. So, but you did survive the exchange. So you're gonna go ahead and get half the glory for that. So 8, 8 glory. That's what you get.
8 glory.
Yeah. So.
Sometimes that's all you need.
Yeah. Not dying is always good. It's always a good start.
Not dying's fantastic. If there was still a fight, Edrich would try to assist.
Oh, no, that was just that. We're going to start with battle rolls for all of you. We're going to go with a -5 for each of you.
Are we still impassioned?
Who are not. This will be the first
That's
start of a
round.
new space. Yeah. So.
I will impassion myself. Success.
I'd like to impassion myself with a separate one, and hope to God this works. Failure. Look, love comes hard to strange creatures of shadow.
It sure does.
Never mind that's my actual stat. Oh, and a fumble on battle, which would have been a crit had I gotten that passion.
Success on Florence and Perin. I think, Edrich, you're looking for the next opponent. You're bloodthirsty at this point.
Definitely.
Florence and Perin, you look about trying to get a sense of things. This doesn't look great for your unit. You're starting to see some movement above. It looks like their goal, you figure it out now. Their goal was to create enough of a problem here to get the men bundled together, and they have more big rocks triggered to come down.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah. What do you guys want to do in this moment?
I think Florence's main thing he'd be focused on is trying to get everyone under a proper command and just getting them to move as quickly through the valley.
Okay.
What are the odds of us being able to get everybody through the narrow pass? Probably not high, right?
Everybody, not high.
And in that case, I think Perin's call is to retreat, to like move back the way we came.
Yep. Okay.
And again, he's going to make sure as many of his guys can do that as well.
Okay. All right. So you succeeded with the battle, your high battle character. We're going to give you a +5 to an orate roll, good sir. Let's see how loud you can be with this command.
Oh, I love shouting rolls.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
You sure don't want me to take a crack at it?
I think you guys are saying different orders. Don't worry, we're about actually. Florence, we should probably get you to do the same. No, yours is less contradictory. Like Perin's is kind of like counter to the original plan, so that's why.
Yeah. That fits.
This ain't looking good, Chief. This ain't looking good, Chief.
You.
Oh!
Hey!
There you go.
Yay!
Right, you can tick that as well. There's a moment of. All right.
You know, I think I just realized something. You're great at giving commands. Florence is great at getting people to do what he wants them to do.
Together.
Together, we're almost a proper tactician.
Okay, so some of the men in the front are trying to filter through this pass as quick as they can and just kill and get through. The men towards the back are starting to respond to Perin's call for retreat and get the hell out of there. What is Edrich doing? Mr. Oh, you fumbled battle.
I fumbled.
Okay.
I fumbled the battle. I'm very much. Are
Okay.
all of your weapons made of stone?
Edrich, roll me a d20 real quick. We're gonna zoom in on you for a second. This is interesting because it's not even Edrich, and now we know that. But
It's not even Edrich. It is, however, a creature with his bloodlust turned up. 18.
18. Okay. You have a swordsman coming your way.
He's mine.
Okay. Let's see it. Whenever you're ready, sir, go ahead and give me the roll.
I am not impassioned, so I just get the horse bonus.
Correct.
13 of 20.
Okay, better than him. Give me the damage.
16.
Okay, give me an awareness roll.
Absolutely. Would it be subtracted in any way because of the heavy fall?
Nope.
Success.
You're already suffering. You hear what is clearly now a rock slide being triggered. It looks like they had several like rope and pulley systems that they leverage, and this starts to come down your way. You are in a
That makes sense.
You are in a bad spot for it. You see men retreating with Perin and men going forward with Florence.
I'm in the worst of both worlds.
Yeah. What do you?
Oh, and come to join me as Lily.
Nice.
I don't suppose there's any way to kill this man. Lily, get off. The rocks will probably take care of that. Do I know that Florence is injured?
Nope. You wouldn't be close enough probably with turning to fight your own men, you know?
Yeah. I think Edrich will probably try to make it out of the pass with the rest of the vanguard.
Okay. So you're following Florence's men? Okay. So, what is... I wish there was like a leadership role in this game at some point.
I think, like, battle is the closest in a lot of cases.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, I mean, yeah.
We already know you fumbled that, though, so I can't really leverage that. Florence, what are you doing? Are you, like, doing one of those I'm the last man out kind of things, or are you leading the charge out? It's not cowardly, necessarily.
Yeah,
Giving you
I
a
think he's
position.
gonna be the lead
Oh, you went mute.
trying to get it across.
Okay.
Oh,
Everyone-
he's very much still trying to get across the idea that everyone needs to go now.
Okay. So again, are you at the front of that group leaving out, or are you at the back?
Yeah, he'll be at the front.
Okay.
He'll be at the front.
Okay. Just wanted to verify. Okay. So Edrich, the problem is you've chosen the route that all the men that are left are squeezing through, and you're the last one in the group. Now, I'm curious. I think we need to test something from Edrich. As the knight in front of you is like one of Perin's men, a mercenary knight, the older man, little slower, trying to ride through here. He's creating now. This is your survival. What do we want to test with Evil Rick? See if you do something sketchy here to get him out of your way so you can get through.
My first instinct is a selfish versus generous kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I think closer to what it might be is merciful versus cruel. Because Edric's cruel was higher than his selfish ever was. And it's very much a should I keep my cover as who I'm supposed to be versus my god, I gotta get out of here right this fucking second and this person's in the way.
You know what it's going to be then? I think that cover, it's like deceitful or cruel. Like, I think.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Do you maintain your cover or is it better to just live another day?
Should I roll both?
Yes, that's what I mean. They're versus each other. Not everything has to be parallel stats when testing. So we can test two positives or two negatives sometimes. Ooh,
that's a success on deceitful. That's a higher success on cruel.
Yeah, that's interesting. Okay. And Florence, make an awareness test. You encounter
Am I still impassioned?
Nah, I don't think so.
Not for the round? Alright. Yeah, I don't see why he would be. 50-50 shot.
Oh,
Damn.
Hey.
I think you do see Edrich, like there's a mercenary knight, and Edrich and this mercenary knight, the last one's coming through this narrow passage, and you just spy. All of a sudden, you see Edrich reach out, and you don't know exactly what happened because there's like all this chaos. But when it's almost like men ride past you or ride with you, as you turn around, you see, and then your vision's broken up for a second. But you saw Edrich reach out, and when you look back, that man's fallen off his horse, and Edrich is riding through, and then dust as Edrich gets through. Edrich, give me a horsemanship roll and don't fumble, and I don't think you can impassion in this case. So
that is a success.
yeah, as long as you didn't something didn't go bad there. You might just squeeze your horse through just in time, kind of thing. Literally, you can feel like pebbles pelting you in the back as you go. You take
there's a cloud of dust and dirt.
Yeah, you take 5 damages, like you just pelted with debris.
Oh.
Interesting.
Cool. Interesting.
Okay. All right, so that has separated Perin and probably most of his mercenary retinue.
Man. Have fun, guys.
You were the first to leave. You were also the last to leave. Oh, I should note, Rebecca has very kindly given me advantage. However, they gave it to me in response to my hilarious failure when it came to battle and passion. So
sure,
I'll be saving that for later.
I'm gonna check something here. Even or odd, Thomas?
Even.
Okay. Cynstenian is along with the retinue with Edrich and Florence as well.
Oh yay!
I want you
Wait,
to
where's my wife?
make
where's Edric's wife?
intrigue roll -5.
Absolutely.
No, Edric's wife stayed behind, I believe.
Very good.
Yeah.
For some reason, my entire family's been weird about me ever since I got replaced, or rather, since I've replaced Edrich. Success on intrigue.
Funny that.
And awareness roll, we'll say -5 for a Cynstenian here too.
For Cynstenian, I need to update his
sorry.
sheet, but his awareness is good.
That should have been a Cynstenian intrigue roll as well. If you
Got you. Then this is Cynstenian's. This is Cynstenian's awareness.
Yeah.
Whoa. And this is Cynstenian's intrigue. Failure on both. Same number, same thing.
So he has absolutely no awareness to. There was a test for 2 things. 1, did he see Edrich pull the guy off his horse? 2, did he notice people being especially weird with Edrich after the feast? Like, remember I mentioned that the handmaidens were all avoiding you and stuff at the end? Yeah. So.
Look, I've been directly worried about assassins as well. Sure, Edric's been acting a little bit strange, but really, that's what he's mostly like all the time.
Okay.
He's got a point.
Pick the best person to impersonate as an evil version of himself.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so we'll zoom in on Perin here. Perin, you can give me a hunting roll. You've got a retinue with you, so you can add a +5 to this. Someone in your retinue must know how to hunt. Yeah.
Okay. It's +5 ain't. Can I? I'm gonna roll passion as well. I think as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that makes sense. You have time because this is more like, where do we even go from here now?
Yeah.
Right?
I must find my friends. I must find them. All right, that's a success.
Okay. So you kind of do some planning. The risk with finding a path north of here, which would be the easiest route, is that puts you really close to Saxon lands. No hot, to be specific. So if you're to find some kind of trail through,
Right.
not only are you uncertain about what other picks or bandits are in this area, you also know that put you in Saxon lands. One of your men actually mentions the coastline. They say it's largely inhabited with forests, so it's very likely to be a difficult journey. But they said that they've heard of a petty kingdom in that land. Listiness is the name of the petty kingdom.
Worth it to go and make some friends, I suppose. We'll try that.
Okay. All right. Well, that tells
I
me.
imagine we were not able to pull any survivors out of the rocks as well.
What were you looking for there?
Someone
was your
to
intention?
Interrogate.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you could have
somebody that's alive enough
you
to-
downed men, so you could have taken the opportunity to pull probably just one up on your horse. So which of the 2 men you downed would you pull?
Let's take the big. No, the swordsman was a better fighter. I think he's more likely to know things. I'll take the swordsman.
Okay. Noted. Okay. Give me an intrigue roll, Perin.
Intrigue, you spoil me. You spoil me so. And I'm still impassioned as well. Well, that could have been better than a natural 1, but
And then roll
Whatever.
2d100 for me, good sir. Good.
88 and 63.
Okay. It doesn't take long for you to realize that not only is he wielding Roman weapons, but this is definitely a Roman descended man, not a Pict as he was trying to put on the appearance of.
That's what I thought. I think Perin will sit the guy down, and he'll have a little like some of his men bring him a little razor of hot coals, and he's gonna stick a dagger in the hot coals and just let the guy watch it heat up as he sits down and he starts asking him questions. The most obvious of which are like, you know, who sent you, who's paying your wages,
Okay.
and are you from Sigarius's like group? Is that what this is?
Test cruel +5 for me real quick. It's like an
Yes, sir.
intimidation roll.
It is, and I believe even though my Avenge Madoc applies to vengeful and just, I'd say that could also apply here as well. Yes?
Yeah, I'm good with it. Okay.
Wow, another natural 2. That's
It
disappointing.
doesn't take him it doesn't take more than your first threat and a bit of heat and
just watching the dagger heat up. He knows what that's for.
Yeah. We'll see if he's brave enough. He's brave enough to take the first. Was it more than just a threat, or were you intending to?
It was indeed more than more than just a threat.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll give you a tick on cruel for sure there, just because.
Yes.
Yeah. These aren't necessarily knightly ways, but that also he'll break after the first round, so to speak. When you start heating up the knife for the second round, that's when he breaks. He is a member of Siagris's men.
I thought so. And where is Syagrius? How did he know we were going to be here?
Everyone of import knew that Lady Morgan was to marry Urians.
Who was his target, specifically? When you gave orders to ambush us, who were you meant to kill?
Edrich and Florence.
It would seem your master was not content with just killing one of my best friends, but he has pledged himself towards destroying all yet that I have left. And I think Perin will lean forward and with his metal hand, like, grip the guy by the face, and he go, "Where is he?"
Okay. He says, Bedegrain. He's in Bedegrain.
Are you lying to me, friend?
He shakes his head. No, I wouldn't lie to you.
Good. And he lets go, and he goes, I assume you can't narrow it down any more than Bedegrain. You would have if you could have. Am I correct?
He treats with the count there.
I see. Well, thank you. That is very helpful. And Perin decapitates him.
Okay.
Just one
He's like, no,
Done.
no, wait. And then, yeah. All right. Make a roll a d4 for me.
Ooh, baby, we're getting.
Not 4d4.
I rolled
just
four.
one.
I rolled 4 of them. There we go.
Okay, and,
It's a 1, sir.
and roll another d4.
That's a 2, sir.
Your honor goes down by 1. Your quill goes up by 2.
We're getting anarchic up in here.
Actually, I'm going to take that back. Your
What?
hospitality will go down by 1. Your honor will, or your hospitality will go down by 1. Your quill goes up by 2. Is what I'm-
We didn't make any promises that he wouldn't kill this Pict/Roman guy.
It's still
Honestly, I gave him
dishonorable,
a-
but it's
Yeah,
also
it's
the land
still,
of.
yeah.
It's also anarchy, so I'm not too. But like the idea is he was in his ransom, so that executing after giving, well, you can go with hospitality. It's a better fit. So cool.
I'm up to cruel 17 now, so having fun with that.
You are now famously
You
cruel.
are
I am
famously cruel.
famously cruel. The kind of guy that executes prisoners, if you will. Tortures and executes
It's
prisoners.
almost like that fits. Yeah.
Almost like
It's
it
the black
fits
dog
so
who
well,
rose from the dead.
He's a good man.
Okay. So, Florence, I want you to roll a d6.
All right. That's a 1.
Okay, noted. And Edrich and Florence, you make your way to Cerdic. You're entering the lands of Malahut. No. Well, I guess you've been in the lands of Malahut, but you're entering the lands that are closer to Aburicum. These are more like safe and known roads and lands. As safe as being this close to a Saxon border can possibly be.
Out of curiosity, where was the location that I was going to go with to meet with this lady?
Near Aburicum,
Near Burcombe.
in the land that surrounds it. And you're given the name of a manor.
Right. Okay.
I forget the name of the manor, but you're given the name of the manor. I'll look it up soon.
Yeah.
We're probably not going to get there tonight anyways. So that's all right.
Yes, the Lord default.
Yeah. Oh, don't worry. Well, you guys are still in Salisbury.
I'll get back to it.
There will be more default. Yeah.
Yes.
I hate
Alright.
Guy. I hate Guy Default.
Guy default is
Guy
the best. Yeah.
Mhm.
Fence sitter.
Alright. I think Florence would be interested in sticking around Cataract for a while unless given word otherwise to see if there is any news from Sir Percy. However, after a week, if there's nothing, he'll probably just leave a message with his people just to tell them that they went on further to Abercon.
Okay.
Edrich definitely concurs. He doesn't want to leave Perin. He thinks too highly of Perin to imagine that he was killed or captured by the Picts that remained. But there's definitely only a few ways they can get here.
We'll start with Florence. Give me your Squire test per wound you took.
Alright.
Not per like point
Per
of wound, but
wound.
per individual strike that dealt a wound.
1.
Okay. Just
Alright,
roll that.
Squire roll. Trimig.
1d3.
1d3.
Okay. Noted. And now give me a roll that d6 again. I got you to roll earlier. You get 2 health back, by the way.
4.
Okay. And then so we're gonna pass a Sunday. So you get 2 back plus your healing rate back.
Yep.
Do you need surgery?
Surgery.
No, I don't think so.
You didn't take a major wound?
How much damage did he take actually?
11, right? Or
I think he had
was it-
11 left, didn't he? From that one strike?
Oh, that's
Yeah, it was 11 left. My total was 23, so it was 12. So yes, I do actually take him. No, wait, is it more than or at your con?
At your major wound level or beyond is a major wound.
Okay, so yes, it is a major win then. It's 12.
Okay. Let's
It's 12.
let's do the aging roll, good sir.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Are there any Churgeons in Cataract that we can hire to avoid the major wound?
Not to avoid a major wound.
You can't avoid a major wound.
Yeah.
It's automatic.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a good try.
Alright, so what am I rolling for aging?
Just check. Just checking here. Yeah, it's a. I'm almost positive it's 2d6. I really need to just pull that chart into. The game.
We're getting to the point where it's becoming very real.
Happens every year.
I thought I did. Did I pull it in, or did I forget to do that again?
I don't
It
think
might.
so.
I'm not sure.
It might be in one of the maps that exists somewhere, but
Yeah, I should just literally have it as a handout on this aging 129. Okay, one sec. Almost there. Okay, there we go. It's just a 1d6 in this case.
1d6.
Yeah, you just lose one attribute. Nothing. No loss.
6-0.
Hell yes. Good on
Florence's
you.
luck strikes again. Sir Florence the Lucky.
Which is so different than Edward had like the worst luck in the world. So it's actually kind of amusing to see him have this much luck. Okay, so let's. I'm assuming we're gonna look for a Churgeon because you're gonna have a hell of a time riding any further with that one. Catterick isn't exactly the kind of place you necessarily want to, look for a surgeon. Like it's not backwater, but it's not a it's not great when you're looking at like something that will save your life. It's like, oh, well, that's too bad. So it's a walled city in the center of northern Malahut. Just seeing if there's anything else about it. I swear we had something important happen here at one point, but I don't remember what that is. So that's okay.
it might have been where we got ambushed at one point, like another time.
Possible. I mean,
I
you guys
can't recall.
get ambushed a lot, honestly.
I think it was
Indeed.
raided by the Saxons, I think. We came and fought them.
Yeah, that
that
sounds
was
right. Yep. Okay, so give me 2d100 and another d6, Florence. Actually, you give me the d6, Mark, and you give me the 2d100, Thomas.
Absolutely.
3.
90 and 85.
90 and 85. Okay. Okay, so there are kind of rumors going around. Like, people aren't. It seems like that whole ambush, people are kind of pinning that on Florence. There's like lots of rumor mongering around here. Like as the group sits and waits for Florence, and Florence hasn't had a good luck with a Churgeon yet. Is waiting to get effectively be seen. They're looking for a monk from a nearby monastery that's supposed to come in and do this. So you've been waiting like days for this brother to arrive. There just seems to be a bit of like dissent. Like most of these people aren't Florence's people, and they're just kind of like, be better off if you just kicked it and we could just get on with things. Like,
It's fucked up.
First of all, say that again and I'll take your tongue. Second of all, it seems impractical to say the least that he would be responsible for the attack, considering we left at the same time, nearly at the end of where, the people left for the wedding.
less he's
This was an
responsible, like not that kind of blame, more like what a dumb decision.
Yeah.
That's people always. It's like, if this were on Twitter or something after, everyone's like, wow, that was dumb. They should have seen that coming. Way to go. You know what I mean? That.
We did see it coming.
Yes.
We talked about it in front of you all.
You're aware
Are
how
you
critics
sick?
work, right? Yeah, they're becoming
Are
critics.
you sick or are you seditious?
Are you salicious?
Okay,
You
so
might be delicious.
I'm gonna make a roll. Mark, you're gonna test this Churgeon's skill. So
Okay.
what you're gonna do is you're gonna just roll a d20 for me.
That's never gone wrong for me. 12. Please have better than 12.
Okay. So there's a good chance. He has a 10 plus a 1d10. Let's see what that is.
Oh, That's a good chance.
Yeah!
Almost a crit.
All right. So after this is going to keep you for another probably week and a half.
Yeah.
So you'll get another healing roll. Healing rate, sorry, not roll, just healing rate.
Yeah.
Back.
So another 6.
Is that your
healing rate, sorry.
Yeah.
3. Alright, I'm up to 19. I'm 4 away from being topped up.
Yeah, you're feeling much better now. Give me another d6 roll too as we continue on.
Alright. 1.
Okay. Out of Cataract you go. You reach Elderborough. Give me another d6.
I'll say this. Edrich is not... He does not have the temperament of a cheerleader. He is very much Florence's most ardent defender, especially in the face of very, very stupid complaints.
And as we near Burkham, I'll take one more d6.
Alright. 2.
Okay. All right. Morgan has yet to reach out to you.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna zoom in on that next time we play. We're just gonna go over to Perin real quick. I need a hunting roll +5, good sir. This can't be impassioned because it's like a long trip. Like it's like
Yeah, it's overtime.
yeah. The +5 is from the fact that you have a retinue and presumably a hunter. Okay.
Hell yes.
Good
Alright.
on you. Hunting has been the thorn in our side for the whole fucking game, and
It's
you'd think
true.
that some of us would be good at it.
Every time I go hunting, I don't need that. I always need that.
All right. Interesting. Okay, let me just check this. Might as well do 2d100 while you're at it. Liam.
Okay. I love 2d100. It's my favorite dice.
Out of all the dice, that is my favorite.
195.
That's either
Damn.
very good or very bad or very neutral.
It's somewhere in there.
Truly a wide range of possibilities.
I figured I'd include the possibilities. So, like Nostradamus, I can just shotgun prophecies. I can shotgun properties, but that's not legal.
That's fair. We're in year 501, right? Let me just do a calculation here.
Yep.
I mean, a blonde-haired 4-year-old.
You guys
How
are
old would he be?
you guys are into spring, right? Like you guys went up in the spring.
Yes,
Right.
we
I
did.
believe so, yeah. Yeah, the beginning.
June. Okay.
I don't know.
All right, Tommy Wiseau.
No, that's Christopher Walken. Come on, Thomas.
Yeah, it was Christopher Walken.
God, what's wrong with you, you fucking
No!
idiot?
No, I'm
And-
sorry.
Uh,
Tearing me apart.
Okay, so you reach the other side. You end up in, like, as you're coming down the mountain path, you can see a quite sort of like forest castle. You can see the area around it is pretty well manicured out. Definitely looks like a petty castle of sorts. Like, there doesn't seem like there's lots of people here, but it definitely seems like they come from some wealth. Do you want to just kind of evade it, or are you looking to make your way to meet and greet the castle proper?
Meet and greet. I think if we avoid, it's likely to cause more problems. I mean, we're just a traveling mercenary band. There's nothing wrong here.
Okay. Noted.
We're not doing anything fucked up.
Like, nothing messed up is happening.
What would the famously cruel black dog do fucked up in a sovereign nation?
Nothing, man. Nothing. That ain't what he about.
Okay, and then I just want to check one thing here. What year did we end with Edrich and them? Actually, I might have this answer for myself. Or not Edrich, Gortrix and folks.
Ooh, that's a good question. I want to say 490. Let me check.
When our characters turn 21. For the year before our characters turn 21.
484, maybe?
Yeah, it would have been
480. Yeah, 484, I think. No, because
yeah, that sounds right. It
what-
would be like 25, 26 years ago.
What's
Yeah.
the date? What's the thing that we're looking for?
the last
Like what-
day we played the Fallen Sun, so when the campaign began.
Oh,
Or the Extortion.
that was the Favored Sons was 480, I think. Start at 480. So that would be
484 sounds the
Alright.
rightest. Let's check.
It would be 484 because we were born in 464, and it was 20 years after our was the last episode.
Playlist. Sword of Victory started 485.
Yeah.
With Favored Sons going year 480 to 484 AD.
Okay. All right, and let's give her...
I'm gonna move my camera briefly, just so. Yeah.
Yet.
Cat.
that's not what I was
Yeah.
let's see here. Okay. I'm sure I like any of those. Okay. Perin, you hear what sounds like a riding, like a party in the woods. Is your kind of, not party, but like a party of people in the woods that seem to be moving past you at a common pace. You guys haven't necessarily, like you're on an off path. You could certainly lay low, scout them out. You could hail them.
Oh god, they're raving.
They don't see
I
you,
think
you
we'll
see them, kind of thing, or you hear them.
I think we'll hail them, I think.
Okay.
Part of this is potential peace missions, so let's see what we can do.
Okay. They, as you come out, you see it looks like a hunting party. It has a lady and looks like her boy, maybe age 11 or so. The lady is quite attractive. She's 21 in appearance. They certainly look like probably the, given their proximity, this is probably their castle. And these would be the wood where they go hunting. You can tell they have hawks with them, so they're probably hawking versus hunting kind of thing. Falconry. Answered.
Perin will ride up with a guy or two, but not super hostily, just kind of naturally, and put up his hand and go, "Forgive the intrusion, friends. We're meaning to make an introduction to the lord of this land we're traveling through and wanted to make sure that he was not offended by our presence."
One of the knights speaks up and says, if you're looking for the Lord, he's already ridden south. Be you mercenary knights?
Aye, that's correct.
There are others that whisper. Like, there are some that are like, you idiot, you just told them that the Lord's away. Right? And I'm gonna give this guy a name. Kevin.
Kevin!
Damn it, Sir Kevin.
Or Kevin. Yeah.
Someone slaps him on the back side of the head.
Yeah.
Damn it, Kevin.
I'm Sir Kevin, and I'm the Master Hunter here in Listiness. What brings you here?
It's complicated, but primarily we're chasing a fugitive. He's not in these lands, but we need to pass through them in order to get to where he is. We were ambushed, you see, and, well, we thought it would be safer to regroup with the rest of our force by passing through here.
They whisper to each other, and then the lady rides forward and she says, well met, Sir Knight. I'm Lady Glesney.
Lady Glesney, it is an honor to make your acquaintance. I'm Percy. They call me the Black Dog.
Very unlikely, but you never know. She kind of paused. She's like, where have I heard that? Any rate, well met, Percy. Be you riding south or north from here?
Southward, my lady.
The trails south are, well, they're difficult. Much more so now with the news out of Norgales. It seems that Wotherspool and Pace have both been taken by the three Cadlus.
I see. Does any of that ring a bell to me?
You're muted, Bob.
Yeah, you're mercenaries. You've been keeping an eye on the battles that are going on. Rumor has it that Norgales, Gomerett, that general north of Wales, effectively, is having some kind of feud. Something about mountain men. Norgales was actually looking to hire mercenaries at a double the rate this year. Which probably is desperation and having wealth versus actual need.
Interesting.
She says, my lord husband brings our army down south to assist his kin in Norgales.
Well, that's awfully noble of him. But I suppose this region is thoroughly defended by mountain passes, as it is. Whatever assistance we can offer to you while we are still present, we would be happy to provide it. Until then, you have my thanks for allowing us passage.
She says, you honor me with your courtesies. If you and your mercenary knights should wish it. And one of the... Sir Kevin's like, but lady, are you sure? And she's like, stops him. She says, if you should wish it, you may stay in our keep for whatever time is required for you to be rested.
Perin kind of like rubs his beard and smiles and goes, I would be remiss to deny such generous offerings. My men could use the rest, and, well, we've been on the road for some time.
Then you should have it. There's, you know,
You have my thanks.
This is something Perin would know, is like, that is the worst thing you could do to a bunch of mercenary knights, that like people that don't have food, don't have, like, to just welcome them in like this could be very costly. Yeah.
Something's up here. There's something weird going on.
All right.
Something weird, yet not entirely, yet intriguing. I am intrigued by this.
Okay. All right. With that, folks, we will end for the night. When we pick back up,
Huzzah!
we will see what happens in Florence's tale and Perin's tale, and we'll see what happens with the fate of Evildrick. It's kind of fun having Evildrick because it's basically Edrich, except for not at all when it all ends. So,
Indeed.
I think we should. I think it should end with us eating him personally.
yeah, there we go.
Hey,
We get his
if
power?
anyone's going to enjoy the sweet, tender flesh of mortaldom, it's gonna be Evildrick.
Awesome. Let's do some quick outros, gang, and then I'm feeling a little off tonight, so apologies if I was kind of off.
You felt totally.
Yeah.
You were wonderful, Bob.
Yeah. Thomas.
Thomas is me. Yes, I have been Thomas. I have been playing Evildrick, who's technically not even a knight, but he is acting marshal of Salisbury. And yes, I have thoroughly enjoyed myself.
Awesome.
That is me.
Mark.
Wait, hold on. Rebecca has poked me. Salisbury, no, not Salisbury. Enchantment also happens on Tuesdays, I believe. Also run by Bob.
Indeed. And Mark.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see you there. I was just checking out our handy dandy.
Oh, you lost your
Check
voice
this out.
again. Okay. Did
God
that cut
damn
out?
it! I don't know why this keeps happening.
Did it cut out for you guys too?
It did.
Yeah,
It
I
might
saw
be
it
the
happen
mic
on-
sensitivity.
Yeah,
or...
I think it blew out. I think it was. You might want to turn it down a bit because it sounded more like when someone
Right.
yells and it. What do you call that? Blowout or whatever.
That makes sense. Yeah.
In any case,
In the
continue
text-
the patter.
We have a Discord. Come check out the Discord. Lots of fun stuff on there, such
Nope, happened again.
as
Oh no!
whenever we go live. I'm still talking and it seems to be fine. Can you guys hear me? Not
Yeah,
okay.
it
Alright,
just
then.
gone.
cut out for about 2-3 seconds. So.
Okay. Point is, we have a Discord. Lots of fun stuff on there, as well as new projects we are a part of and doing, such as Isle of the Damned, a vampire series that I will be releasing very soon, featuring some Dark Age vampire. Interestingly enough, in a similar part of the UK, off on the island of Man, which is right here on the map. But I don't think that we ever see it. I'm clicking on it. In either case, come join us for that when that's released soon enough. I have been Mark, aka the Cat's Meow, and I have been playing Sir Florence of Idmiston and a guy with a mic that sometimes cuts out. That's me.
That's true. That's true. And we'll go to Perin next.
Hi everybody. I'm Liam. I played Sir Perin of Nowhere right now, the Black Dog, and what a wonderful session. What a fun thing. It's cool getting the party split like this too. You get to see different angles of things, and it's very exciting. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing where this goes, and what bad decisions I'm going to make.
Yeah, some of this was really unexpected, and I'm enjoying it. The one thing I wish I had thought of to do that would have been a guest here is I would have liked to have the King of Dalriada here from Ireland, from up north, but I didn't, so that's okay. We'll find another time. Just you don't go to the north every day. That would have been nice. I'm Bob. We play Pendragon 3 times a week with this crew on Sundays. Tuesdays mentioned in Summerland Enchantment, and on Fridays we play in Nanteleod's Legacy. We'll be back next week, and we'll see what shenanigans this crew gets up to. Until then, catch you next time. Take care, and we'll see you again.
Bye.